Hi, my name is Linda McWilliams. I'm a Peace Corps volunteer in the North Region, and I'm here to show how to build a hammock out of wastewater sachets. These things are all over, and I found a process that works to make a viable hammock. Here's a miniature example of the hammock I've designed. You can see it's woven out of water sachets. And the process is pretty easy. The only other things you're going to need besides the water sachets are a pair of scissors, some rope, and some sturdy sticks. To get started, you're going to collect your water sachets, clean them off if you have to, and you cut them on the sides. Now, to determine the sides, there's a center seam and two side seams. The side seams are very weak. The center seam's pretty strong. So you want to cut the side seams off and you have a full bag. The next step is taking the full bag. For pretty much all of the work you're doing, you're going to be turning the bags into thirds. You just basically fold it into a third so you have a very strong loop that you're going to be working with. All right, this is one of the things you're going to need. It's basically a stick that is about 18 inches long and about an inch wide, and it should be a hard type of wood. It should be a sturdy rope. It's going to have to hold the weight, and it should have a top knot right in the center so it's balanced. This is important because if the hammock goes off balance, it puts undue stress on one side rather than the other, and it can stretch out and ruin the hammock. So you take one loop and lay it perpendicular across your support stick, and you have a hole there. You take two more of your loops and you put them through the hole, and then you put them through themselves. You loop them through themselves and you pull, and I always separate them. This makes it easy for the next row. We have finished, magically, the first line, and magic number is 10. So I have 10 knots, which means I have 2 bags on each knot, so I have 20 loops hanging down. The next row is pretty easy to do. You take, on the end, I'm going to put 2 loops on this single one. And the whole time you're putting 2 loops on an end, you're building the hammock. When we get to the middle of the hammock and want to reduce the size, we only put 1 loop on the ends, and that reduces the size back down to 10. Now I've got I'm going to connect 2 loops with 2 loops. Two loops with 2 loops. This is a knot on the first row. You can see it looks different from each side. And then here you'll see these are the knots on the next row. This row, because I added 2, will have 11 knots. The next row will have 12 knots. And it just keeps growing and growing. Once you bring your hammock back down in size from the greatest width, you don't want to get below 10 knots or 20 loops. Yeah, this is a scaled down hammock. For the final step, it's both easy and a little confusing. You want your stick to only have rope on one end. It has to be pretty straight. And what you're going to do is take the loop, turn it like that, and thread your stick through. I'll show that again. Take your loop, turn it like that so you have a hole in it, thread your stick through. It looks best if you consistently do the loop the exact same way on each one. Stick my stick through. Last one, it's a single loop, but I still put my stick through. and then give it a good tug. Connect your rope to the end so that it can't come off. And there you have it. Besides hammocks, somebody in Peace Corps is working on making a soccer net for their soccer goal out of this same design. So this is, you can come up with more ideas using the same technique. So we have a finished hammock, and benefits of this hammock are it is a great place to hang out in the shade. People can be taught to make these very quickly. And my thought, the best thing is it gets about 1,000 water sachets off the streets, and that will not end up in the rivers, in the ocean, or inside poor animals that accidentally eat them. So it's a great reuse of a product that's easily available in Ghana.
Bye, corn dog.